Another thing that's important for artists is to be innovative. And what I mean by innovative is a lot of artists will think that it's okay to just go into the next season of their career or their project or whatever it may be and do the exact same thing over and over and over again. And it's easy to do. We all have done it. But it's so important to, and I think that's why I keep a journal and I write down my plans, because then it gives me a clear vision of what it is that I've done, what I intend to do. And then when I've actually completed those tasks, I can check off what I've done, what worked and what didn't, and then I can rework that plan. But a lot of people will just dive into it, not even remember half of the stuff that they did.
Facts.
And then be like, well, maybe it worked. Maybe it kind of did. Maybe that was what I was going for, but I really wouldn't know because I didn't write it down. So I think that it's so important for artists to be innovative and kind of not reinvent the wheel per se, but reinvent yourself and not being afraid to do that. And I mean reinventing your strategies and how you might promote yourself, reinventing how you might dress, because artist image is important. That's also another topic for another day.
True.
But reinventing your image, reinventing your sound, and not being afraid to experiment. And I think it goes back to one of our good friends, shout out Donnie Scantz.
Hey,
Something
Scantz.
that Donnie told us was, when you're a new artist, you're always new until the world discovers you. And when the world discovers you, that's when you have to kind of remain consistent. But until that point in time, it's such a unique period of an artist's career. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that, because
because they're trying to get to that bag. That's
right.
why.
But people get blinded by trying to get to the
bag.
bag and get to the streams and get to all of these other things that they don't realize that you have so much to offer and so much power in the new artist phase, because you can literally promote all of your old music, because it's not old to everyone else.
Facts.
All that music is still new and fresh because the world has not heard it.
True.
And if you decided that one day you wanted to do straight R&B soul for your project, and then the next project you wanted to be R&B hip hop, you could do that. If you wanted to be R&B and country, you could do that. Until you're mainstream and the world is expecting a certain sound out of you, you really have so much free reign to be creative.
And that's crazy to me, though, because it's like, bro, why are you worried about, I can't do this because people are going to think this, and I can't do this because people are going to think that? Nigga, you the Pied Piper. You leading the people.
Right.
Or are the people leading you?
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, bro, the people don't know what they want. The artists are the people that tell the people what they want.
And to add, motherfuckers also don't know what a hit record is.
Right. You can make a record that you thought was trash, and then all of a sudden, 2-3 years later, that record is a hit record. I mean, you just never know in this industry.
You never know.
That goes, once again, to being a jack of all trades, because you got to know your genres, meaning country, R&B, pop, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You got classical, opera, all that. You got to know your genres. Then it's up to you as the artist to figure out what genre you want to be in, and then how to take from all of these different genres and pull them into your genre where it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But then what happens to a lot of people is we got all these out here playing with shit that they don't understand, being music. So they playing with that they don't understand, so they doing something that don't make sense. And then it shows, because it shows in the craft, because then you hear the record and it sounds like you was playing with some shit that you didn't understand. So that's when, yes, you should be worried about what people are thinking about your music, and you should be worried about, oh man, I can't do that, because you probably had some really good judgment, bro, because you playing with some shit that you didn't understand. So I feel like if you are a jack of all trades, it goes beyond just what you can physically do, but what can you mentally process, and how can you take what you've mentally processed and bring it back for the masses to understand? Because once again, you the Pied Piper. You're gonna be out here. The people following you. So if you say it's hot, it's hot.